Imagine waking up one day, living your normal life, and by nightfall, you are accused of murder, thrown into prison, and told you may never be free again. This was the reality of Anthony Wright, a young man from Philadelphia who spent 20 years in prison for a crime he did not commit. His case would become one of the most shocking examples of injustice in America's legal system. In October 1991, the body of a 77-year-old woman named Louise Talley was discovered in her home. Police rushed to solve the case quickly, and within just a few days, Anthony Wright, a 20-year-old with no history of violence, became their target. Officers claimed that Wright confessed to the crime after hours of questioning, but he later explained that the so-called confession was forced. He was a young man, scared and alone, pressured by detectives who told him what to say. There was no solid physical evidence tying him to the crime. Yet, despite his pleas of innocence, Wright was charged, tried, and sentenced to life in prison. For the next 2 decades, Anthony Wright sat inside a maximum security prison. He watched his son grow up without him. He missed family moments, birthdays, and funerals. He spent every day saying the same thing: "I did not do this." But no one in the system wanted to listen. Still, he never gave up hope. Wright wrote letters to lawyers and innocence projects, begging for DNA testing on the crime scene evidence. He believed that science could finally prove what he had been saying for 20 years, that he was not the killer. In 2011, after years of legal battles, the Innocence Project took Anthony's case. They pushed for new DNA tests, something that was not available back in 1991. The results were shocking. The DNA from the crime scene did not belong to Anthony Wright. Instead, it matched another man, Ronnie Bird, a career criminal with a history of violent crimes. This evidence completely destroyed the case against Wright. It proved that the wrong man had been behind bars for 2 decades while the real criminal walked free. In 2016, Anthony Wright was finally released after spending 25 years in prison. He walked out a free man, but not the same man who went in. He had lost his youth, his time with family, and the chance to live a normal life. The state later awarded him financial compensation, but as Wright himself said, "No amount of money can give me back the years I lost." Anthony Wright's story is not just about one man. It is a reminder that justice systems can fail. And when they do, innocent people pay the highest price. How many more Anthony Wrights are still waiting behind bars today? And can a society ever truly repay someone for stealing 20 years of their freedom?